Hey guys, thank you so much for viewing our show and subscribing to our YouTube channel. We thank you so much and following us on Instagram. Keep up the good work.
Also, please leave comments at our Instagram handle at The Women Behind the Legends, and also our YouTube channel, The Women Behind the Legends. Yes. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes. And if you missed our show last week, we were talking about the impact of reality shows and why we decided to do this instead of doing TV. Not that we didn't want to go on TV, but the fact was they wanted us to be messy. And we weren't about that. So if you were not here last week, please go to our YouTube channel and check it out. You will be blessed by it. So ladies, how are you doing today? I'm
good.
Great.
I was thinking today, I was going and doing my shopping today, my last minute shopping, and I was thankful, because I was in Manhattan today and I was going by and I saw homeless people. And I thought about how grateful I was to be in a position to have a roof over my head and close my back and be able to purchase food today so that I can fix Thanksgiving dinner. And it just made me think about my life, and where I've come from to where I am today. And, I wanted to share with you today, something that I felt molded me as a woman, the woman that I am today. When I was 2 weeks old, well, first let me say that both my parents, and I'm being very candid right now, were drug addicts. Mm. And my mother was 14 when she had me. She was 15 actually when she had me. And my father was about 16. And when I was 2 weeks old, my cousin came and got me and took me for the day. And when she tried to bring me back to my mom that day, my mom, God rest her soul, told her, Mama, which was my grandmother, said to keep her. Mm. And my cousin was like, what? And she's like, Mama said keep her. And my cousin took me back home. And I stayed with them. They raised me. Her and her mom raised me from when I was 2 weeks old until I was about 9. Because then I was crazy and I wanted to go back and live with my mom. And it's crazy because I could have been a product of my environment. We were on welfare. Once I moved back with my mom, my aunt's home, who I call mommy, was stable. She worked. We had food on the table. We had a really nice apartment. It was clean all the time. There was rules, bedtimes, everything. But when I went to move with my mom, it was dysfunctional as heck. Mm. No bedtime, no dinner time. I was going to the store to pick up 40-ounce beers, because back then you could do that at a young age. 40-ounce OE was her choice of drink. Nice. And a pack of Newports 100. And I had to endure, and I stayed there until we went to live with my grandmother, her mother at the time. But I endured so much, and it's like I could have ended up, I did end up having a baby at 16, going on 17, like she did. But I went to school, I got my education, and I said I didn't want to be like her. I didn't want to be like her. And the problem, I'm thankful that I am the woman I am today, but one of the problems I'm having, and I wanted to talk to my sisters about this, is I still haven't been able to forgive her. And she's been dead for 11 years. When her birthday comes up, I post something on Facebook, happy birthday to her. I put Mother's Day stuff up. My father, I do it here and there because he wasn't around, and I remember him being on dope and taking me to the movies and nodding off, and I'm thinking as a young girl, we went to see The Wiz, I'm thinking, oh wow, Daddy is working really hard, not knowing he was a dope fiend. And I remember when he bought my bike for my birthday, taught me how to ride it and everything, and then came and borrowed it and then told me someone stole it, but he really sold it. These were the examples that I had in my life. And I look at myself today, and that's why I can be proud of myself. And it took me a long time to be proud of myself, that I did get an education, I got a 4-year degree, that I am a writer, and then I was able to write a play and do the things that I've done.
Yes.
It could have went so many different ways. And I'm just trying to find, his birthday is coming up next month, and I'm just trying to find something within me to be able to forgive them for not loving me more than they love the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That it hurts so bad.
Can I address that?
Mm-hmm.
I've had cousins that lived with me my whole life because my aunt and her husband were drug addicts. And I was blessed to see them choose to use it as a reason not to fall back, because kids, if their parents are doing it, they think it's okay. So it can go either way. They could say, my mother did it, so it's okay. Or my mother was like that and I don't want to be like that. I want to say to you, as a strong woman that you are, when you do find a forgiveness, and you may find it sooner than you think, understand that God has a plan for everything. And they were children. Mm-hmm. They made mistakes. Look at kids that you have, your children, at their age, and think about how naive they are, and understand they didn't know what they were doing, but she did you a favor. She knew not to keep you. Mm-hmm. She sent you where you were safe. So instead of looking at what all you went through, and I didn't live your life, so I can't tell you how to feel. I listened to that story and said, wow, even as a child, she knew she couldn't take care of you. Yeah. So you feel like, why didn't mommy keep me? Mommy wanted more for you. Yeah. And you got more in the end. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As far as being crazy and wanting to go with mommy, everybody wants to be with mommy. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter the situation. Now I applaud you for being the woman you are.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm gonna need more liquor for this segment.
For real.
Is my hell coming out now? Damn.
God, I didn't expect to even go there because I haven't.
Air hug.
Yes.
Yes.
Lynette, squeeze. We like hugging you like now.
Yeah.
Because you need something for my story, girl. Just want to make you smile. I'm sorry.
Thank you. You did. And what you just said actually made a lot of sense. Truthfully, I never thought about it like that. I always thought she was selfish. You know, very selfish, and I disliked her for a very long time. You know.
But think about what you said. In the house where you were safe, there were rules. These kids, like, my mother gets on my nerves. She makes me go to sleep. Kids want rules. I have a cousin who's my aunt that was a crackhead. Her daughter said she wished her mother made her come home at night. She wished I was complaining because my mother had rules and I had a curfew, and I was like, this is some shit. None of y'all got to come in. She's like, I wish my mother cared.
And that's how kids see it too, is that the parents just don't care about them. So that's why they're out in the streets. You know, when they get older, they look back on it. They thought it was fun then, but then when they look back at it now as adults, they're like, did she even really care? Like, everybody else's parents cared. They wanted them home when the street lights came on. I was still out there, you know. Mm-hmm. She didn't care if I ate. She didn't care if I took a bath, you know. So yeah, I completely agree with everything that Tajiri said.
That one day she sent you back, she probably spent that whole day thinking what would be best for you. Mm-hmm. And as a mom, she made the best decision, send you where you were safe.
Yep.
And now look at you.
Exactly.
Hotness.
Can't even
awesomeness.
That's right.
Can't even open a bottle.
Can't open a bottle.
Yeah, you couldn't even open a bottle of juice. But we love you, Lynette.
Girl.
I love y'all too, and I'm mad at y'all all drinking. I can't get in my bottle.
Well, I'm having some tea.
I can't get in my bottle. I think I'm good now, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You know, when you started off saying how you're thankful for, you know, everything that you have, you should be. And it opened my eyes, you know, because I'm very, very thankful for everything that I've actually gone through. Because when you say, you don't know, when you look at you, we don't know what you've gone through. You know what I mean? It's like when we look at you, we see this strong, amazing woman. And you are a strong, amazing woman, but I didn't know that about you, you know, and you just shared that with us. And for me, I'm very grateful and thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful to be here and a part of this sisterhood with you guys, because we're able to share and go back and forth. You know, when it touched me when you said how you couldn't forgive your mom. You know, I grew up in a single family home. My mother had her children at the age of 16 years old. I ended up having my first son at the age of 16 years old, you know, and we grew up kind of tough a little bit in California. And my sister held a grudge against my mother because she didn't like the lifestyle that we lived, because we struggled. We were basically, I guess we was poor, pretty much. We struggled. We single family home, we food stamps, the whole nine. That's how we kind of lived, right? My mom had 6 kids.
Oh, wow.
5 kids, I'm sorry, because our older brother died. But for you to say that, I never hated my mom, because I always knew that she was trying to do her best for us. But my sister never forgave my mother until a little bit, maybe some years ago. And when you said that, it just triggered a conversation that me and my sister had, because when you hold on to unforgiveness, you can't progress, you know, and you have to really like let go. And I had to, I started to hold a grudge against my sister because she was holding a grudge against my mother. And God rest my mother's soul. Again, Tajuri just hit it on the nail, said that, you know, we don't know whatever our parents had gone through, they did the best that they could do. And me as a mom right now, I'm doing the best that I could do for my sons as well. So I have made mistakes along the way. I know I haven't been a perfect mother, at least, you know, I want to say I have been a perfect mother, but I haven't been a perfect mother, but I'm a good mother. You know, I'm a great mother, you know, and my kids, they forgive me. So you release it and just keep moving forward the way you're going right now, because this right here is where we're supposed to be. You're supposed to be right here with us. Yep. We're supposed to be pouring into you, and you pouring into us, and we loving on you, and vice versa. So this is a great place, and I'm excited to be here and share my story with you guys, because my life has not been all that great and all that easy, but I'm in an awesome place right now because the struggles that I've gone through has gotten me to where I am today. And I can stand bold, you know, right now and say, you know what, you are an overcomer, and I'm still overcoming things at this present time in my life. So we're awesome. All of us are awesome with amazing stories that made us the women that we are today. So
I'm so awesome.
And Corey, I have to say, this is the first time that I heard your California accent.
Like, you heard my California accent?
Yes.
Oops.
Can I interject?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that I grew up in a 2-parent home with a bishop as a father, and my mother worked for the Department of Corrections. And I didn't have, you know, I had family and I had love. So it kind of touches my heart when I hear you ladies talking about how your mothers weren't there for you. And it makes me realize how blessed I am to have my mother there, and especially my father, because I always grew up as a bigger girl. And he always instilled in me that I was beautiful and I was smart and I was the most beautiful girl in this planet. So that gave me all the self-esteem in the world. And now as a mother, I try to teach my daughters that. I have a daughter and she's a plus size girl. And then I have a little skinny heifer. That's my other daughter. And you know, she eats whatever she wants to eat.
And we hate her.
She still
hate her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Shanette. We hate her.
Leave that baby alone.
So
drink lots of water.
my goal was in life to make sure that all the little girls that look like me has some type of self-esteem, to let them know that you are beautiful and you are loved, no matter what your size is, no matter what your shade of skin color is, no matter if you have money or if you don't have money, whatever. You know, you don't have to wear name brand clothes and stuff like that to be beautiful. You could walk around in Target clothes and still be beautiful. So I think that you ladies have come a long way. And I think as we grow and bond with each other, we're going to become even stronger. And, you know, it was like in these reality shows, everybody is a size 6.
Everybody
has
plastic surgeon put on.
Right. Everybody has breast implants and they have the butt implants. And, you know, so I think for me coming along, I'm not a size 6. So I'm out there for the big girls.
Neither am I. So I don't want to be a size 6. That's too skinny. Sorry, Shanette.
That's what it is. To each his own. To each his own.
Well, I'm working my way back to become a 6 again.
Wherever you comfortable at. To each his own.
If your man like it, that's all that matter, girl.
That's right.
Hey,
but what you just said, Kiki, that's so profound because there's so many women that are plus size that are ashamed to be plus size. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's because of them. It's because of them being teased. It starts in a household, like you said. You had parents that instilled in you the beautiful person that you were, or are actually. I'm sorry, that the beautiful person that you are. And that is what you held on to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's helped you. And what you just said can help a lot of people.
And anyone who meets her.
Image issues. What were you saying, Tina?
Anyone who meets Kiki, that's what you immediately feel from her. Super confident. She's a sexy beast. She walks in the room. Everyone's going to pay attention to her. It's like, she's like, and she owns it. And you don't even, when I first met her, size was not something I looked at. What I looked at was, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful and she has lovely eyes.
Absolutely.
With the makeup and the hair change. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so sexy.
Is that where She Boys came from? That's not where She Boys came from?
She said,
I'm just wondering because, you know, it's about empowering women and stuff.
She's the boss, because she's the boss.
She's the boss.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
So hopefully with me, and when we do get picked up, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when we do get picked up, that I will be representing for the big girls out there with confidence to let y'all know that you can be a size 1 or you could be a size 18 and you're still going to be beautiful. So just hold your head up.
That played a major role in my household coming up because my twin sister and I were always small. And we have a sister who's a year older than us who was always big. And as we got older, one day she just said to me, I hated y'all as kids.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and I always wanted to be her.
Wow.
I always felt that I wanted to be her. And, you know, it shows you how we're always, you know, our worst critics. But she was the beautiful ones and she hated us.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah. But I was going to tell Kiki, too, that she may not be when she says she's representing the only one, because I'm tired of dieting and I'm tired of exercising. And I just want to be me. I want to be able to eat what I want to eat and just chill out. I'm saying that.
Well, Kiki, listening to your story and the other ladies, it really had me thinking about how fortunate I feel, how thankful I am. I grew up in a one-parent home, and, you know, my mom, she was a good mom. I mean, my family, I was blessed to grow up in the family that I grew up in. I mean, everybody, we had love for each other. We always had each other's back. But when Kiki was talking about her father and how her father instilled in her and gave her self-esteem, I think that would probably be one of the things that I feel like I missed out on growing up. You know, I had access to my father, but he wasn't there. He didn't live in the home, and it wasn't like a day-to-day interaction with him. And I feel like, you know, a lot of us women have daddy issues, you know, and I didn't realize I had daddy issues until I became older, until I became a woman. But still, even with that,
so now you got to be daddy.
Yeah.
That was good.
Maybe that's part of my daddy issues.
You got a big daddy.
Yeah, you got a big daddy issue now.
Big daddy now. But yes, and I'm very, very thankful to have him in my life. I mean, he's been very understanding of my daddy issues.
Is he your daddy? He's your daddy.
Yes. So with that said, I mean, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my mother, my father. I'm glad they were there for me, and it's just, I guess if there was a message or anything that I would really want to say to people is that, to fathers, is that it's important, just as important that you be in your daughter's life as it is your son's life, especially when they're young. And I take pride in my family. That's why I enjoy spending time with, my husband and my son. Is so important to me for him, for my son to have his dad in his life. Mm-hmm. I mean, fathers are very important. They don't get a whole lot of recognition.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
The good ones don't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important, like you said, to have your father in your life. And unfortunately, all of us didn't have it. But we would pick better boyfriends. I know you're happy with your husband now.
Oh, absolutely.
But I know the examples that my mother showed me in men were not good.
Yeah, I can say the
same.
So
I wish she had better examples, and then I would have picked better boyfriends. But it took a while for me to get to a point where I knew, okay, this is not the right way to go, and
Mm-hmm.
Then I found the man who knows about things. So
right.
How about you address it in that way? I love it. I
hear breaking news. Tana Session, her book is out. This is it. Some people hate dealing with the human resources department. But have you ever wondered what really goes down behind closed doors? Then order your copy of Inside the Revolving Door, Chronicles from the Human Resource Department, to get a peek of what goes on behind the scenes. This book is now available in paperback and Kindle and on Amazon.com. And that is our breaking news for today.
Thank you for tuning in to watch this week's episode of The Women Behind the Legends. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Women Behind the Legends. Be sure to come back next week to watch the conclusion of our Backstories.
If you don't
like it, delete yourself.